Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is a long-awaited video, well, longer than it should have been, about the 3 alternatives I have to traditional yarn. I mentioned I was going to make a video about this in my last podcast, and here it is. A little bit longer than I would like, but again, I'm busy, so. The first topic out of 3 we're going to be talking about today is plastic bag yarn, also commonly known as plarn. I have talked about this a couple of times on my channel, and I have shown you guys some of the work that I made with it. I've made these things out of garbage bags, out of the bags you get at the pet store from crickets, because I have a lot of reptiles, and also traditionally grocery bags. I mainly make them out of grocery bags. I make one bag from anywhere to 5 for a small one to like 100 for a regular, normal, decent sized one. I have one here to show you. And I have also a tutorial on how to make this, and I'll link it down in the description. It's one of my few videos I've made. It's a description about how to cut up a grocery bag and to make it into plarn. So this is one of the bags I made from it. This one is more of like the random bags. You know, you can also pick one from just one source, one color, and make a really nice, more elegant looking bag. But this one I've just made with a plethora of different bags, you know, like Ulta, Sephora, Winn-Dixie, those kind of things. And I've also made twine with this material. You guys can see I have a little mini, it takes so long. I've already complained about this on other podcasts, but that's made with plastic bags. And this is a little bit later in the video to mention this, but the reason I'm making this video is if you are on a budget and you don't want to go and buy a lot of yarn, which is kind of expensive, or if you just want to be more thrifty, be more environmentally friendly, which can happen with reusing materials such as plastic bags, and there's plenty of reasons somebody would want to have alternatives to traditional yarn. If you don't have a stash, I've only gotten mine very recently, or I have an excess of yarn, and you still want to be creative, you can just use recycled materials like I'm showing you here today. But yeah, plastic bags, first one of 3 that I personally have worked with. The second one is one I just recently did for the first time, twine. I made twine with plastic bags, but I'm talking about traditional wood sisal twine. I just found some laying around and I made a bag out of it. This is what it looks like. Just really stringy. Smells like wood. Sisal yarn. This is by far the hardest one to work with. I was preface it by that. I used an 8mm hook like I do with all my plarn bags, but this one was rough. It will tear up a wooden hook, so I wouldn't recommend doing that, like bamboo needles or hooks. I would recommend metal, because it did a number on my paint job. But yeah, so that's the twine I used, and I made a little beach pouch out of it. I was gonna post this on my Etsy, but my mom claimed it, so sorry. But I put a real seashell button on it. I got that from the thrift store again, recycling. And yeah, it's a weird material to work with, to be honest. It's very unconventional and it's very frayy, but it is really beachy and it is really interesting. So yeah, that one took me about, 2 hours to make, because of the material. The third and final material I have for you guys is fabric yarn. This is like stuff with like t-shirt yarn, or I've personally done it with some recycled tights and pants if you're careful about how you cut it. Old curtains, old blankets, really anything that's made out of fabric, you can cut it into strips and make it into something you can crochet or knit with. They have some pre-packaged fabric yarn. I know they sell that, which I have here. I made this out of fabric yarn. You can see, made out of pre-packaged fabric yarn. This is fettuccine yarn. I don't know if it's Lion Brand or Red Heart. I'm pretty sure it's Lion Brand fettuccine yarn. But this is like the easiest one to work with, because you don't really have to do any prep if you buy the pre-packaged one. But the regular prep is a lot easier than plastic bags, in my opinion, because you have to use a lot less material to get something substantial out of it. So this is more of a work in progress piece, but that's made out of entirely of fabric, so I'm making this little basket. But yeah, this is stuff I made myself. I'll show you the tights I added to here. So yeah. So there's yarn, twine, and fabric yarn. I know there's plenty of other materials people have found to work with. I can't think of any off the top of my head, or else I would have included them, but yeah. Hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!